Hello everyone. In today's video we're going to cover the XY coordinate plane, also known as the Cartesian coordinate plane. And what the XY coordinate plane is we have two perpendicular number lines, which we call the x-axis and the y-axis. And they work like number lines. They go from negative to positive, from left to right. They work in both directions of x and y. And there's also a point 0 on either line, which is something you might not be used to on number lines yet. And the graph is also broken down into 4 quadrants, as you can kind of see from the axes how they cross and make 4 different kind of squares. So the upper right quadrant, right here, it's called the first quadrant. And each quadrant afterward, on a counterclockwise rotation, is numbered. So the second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. And what you use a graph for is to graph points. And what a point is a location somewhere on this XY coordinate plane. And how to write a point, so how the place what we're talking about. I have some sample points here. So at the point 0, 0, what that actually means is that 0, this is the x distance along the number line. And this is 0. This is the y distance along the number line. So if I was going to put a point at 0, 0, I'd find where the x-axis equaled 0, which is right here. I'd also find where the y-axis equaled 0, which is also right here. So I put a big point here, signifying that there's something at 0, 0. Now for this example, 0, 2. X distance is still 0, so it's still somewhere along this line here. So it's, right here at x equals 0. And then it's 2. So we're going to go 2 up the y-axis. So we're going to go 1, 2. So this is the new point of 0, 2. And now the next point, -6, 0. We know that at x equals -6 is one of the locations, and y is equal to 0 here. So where x equals -6, right here, y equals 0, right here. Another point would go right here. And now we're just going to do a point in each quadrant just to show you how the numbers work. So at the point 5, 4, it's going to be 5 out on the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 up on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next point, -2, 5. So on the x-axis, we're going to be -2, so 1, 2 to the left, and we're still going to be up. We're going to be up 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have points at the origin, which is what we call the point at 0, 0, and along the x-axis and the y-axis, as well as in the first quadrant and the second quadrant. So now our next point, -3, 3, it's going to be in the third quadrant. So we're going to count out 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, and 3 down on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3. For the final point we're going to be graphing today, at 2, -7, it's going to be in the fourth quadrant. So we're going to count out 2, 1, 2. We're going to go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.